Hello everybody, so I'm on here for part 3 of my Haarp in the weather manipulation series, and I'm going to be doing it in the rain because I spent a lot of time on this part and it's raining today and I'm not going to let the weather stop me. So here I go with part 4 on chemtrails. So I did a lot of remote viewing and channeling around the operation, and I saw that the operation really started in the early 1990s. And it intensified significantly during and after 2020, leading up to where we are right now. So I saw very clearly that the shadow government is, in the military, are actively collaborating with reptilian technology that is coming up with these concoctions that are meant to keep humanity asleep and suppress the ongoing awakening, especially after 2020. So these are concoctions that are meant to suppress DNA activation, so through the sun, which is like a lot of cosmic radiation that activates people in their ascension into the fifth dimension. And it blocks out these light codes that are coming in with the solar flares. So not only is it blocking out the sun, but these chemical concoctions are suppressing people's connections with God, third eye activations, like I said, and it's slowing down the awakening process. So I saw people who are already awake are less affected than people who have not had their awakening yet. I saw that these chemicals, the concoction that they've been using, they are mimicking frequencies that interact with our energetic fields that attract in psychic attacks and entity attachments, and to make us lose touch with who we really are and our soul missions and our connection with God. So that's really what these concoctions are doing. It's not working, obviously, for those who are awake, but this is what it's doing to a lot of people who have not had their awakening yet. So I also wanted to add that many in the military who are a part of these operations are unaware that they're actually, like with the spraying, they're unaware of what it's actually about. And then some are scared to speak out, and then others don't even care. Like, they're so enrooted in the operation, they know what's going on, and they just genuinely don't care. So like I said, that's what these are doing to, like, these chemicals. This is what the operation is about. It's suppression from awakening. That's really what came through as clear as day. Now I'm going to get into some things that what we could do to really try and keep ourselves as safe as we can until these operations are shut down. So I saw very clearly that things that we could do to protect ourselves from what they're doing in the skies is obviously avoiding, pharmaceuticals, whether that is, SSRIs, vaccines, also like drugs and alcohol, because they're all actually like weakening us so that these operations are more impactful on suppressing our field. And also what all those things do is lower vibrational frequency in the first place, so that on top of all the, the poison in the sky is actually significantly suppressing a lot of people. And like a lot of those things create, portals for entities to enter and all those like substances. So that combined with the chemtrails, it's a recipe for disaster for so many people, and they're not even aware of it. But that's what I saw very clearly. And I also saw, like, what's so important is a lot of, energy work, prayer, meditation, being outside in nature and being in the sun. Even if they're blocking out the sun, we're still getting a lot of DNA activation codes. So that's so important too. So the current timeline that I tapped into showed that if the powers that were, do not cease operations in the next 12 months, so what I'm seeing is, mid 2026, probably mid to end 2026, 12 to 18 months is the time frame that I saw. Yep, 12. So mid to end of 2026, if these operations are not fully ceased, they will be exposed. And we have the White Coat Alliance and the Galactic Federation of Light ready to go. Like, they gave the timeline. It's coming to an end. It's coming to an end very clearly. If it does not get shut down, you know, obviously, the shadow government knows. They have the timeline. If not, the Galactic Federation and White Coat Alliance are ready to do what they need to do mid to late 2026. And I also saw in 2026, this was through when I was tapping into the timeline, because I do a lot of timeline navigation and all that. I saw very clearly that there will be a movement in America, and I don't know what this movement's going to be like. It's not going to be like a regular, like, old Earth Matrix movement to protest something in the Matrix. This is going to be like a full-on awakened crowd, like, demanding Haarp to be shut down, and the weather manipulation and the chemtrails. And I saw it in the timeline that, like, there may be some leaders who are currently, like, leaders, like, joining the movement. So that would be very interesting to see what happened at that point. Like, if enough people heading into 2026 actually take a stand against these crimes against humanity and these operations shut down. But worst case, the White Coat Alliance and the Galactic Federation, like, I'm seeing that they are ready to go mid to late 2026 at the latest if these don't get shut down. Because 2026 and 2027 are all about the remaining systems collapsing. This matrix is going to be crumbled by 2028, like, fully crumbled by 2028, because 2028 to 2032 is the formation of the new Earth frequency. It's exiting the old and entering the new. So really, like, 2024 to 2020 up until 2028 is all about the matrix just crumbling and going down. Then 2028 to 2032 is this new era, this new frequency, this new Earth, these new systems. So everything that is hidden or deemed as a conspiracy now, where we are in 2025, will definitely be proven true by 2028. Because once we enter 2028, we're in a totally different ball game. But that's all I have for today. It's wild. Oh, and I did want to mention, with the chemtrails, I just saw this note. Detoxification, so important. Detoxification, heavy metal detoxification, obviously, like, avoiding, you know, any substances entering your body, as we already have enough trying to lower our consciousness at this time. So just be very careful of what's entering your body, connection to God, source, and you're good to go. But that's all I have for today. Wild times, everyone, but that's all I have with chemtrails, and I'll see you guys next in part 5 on my series of Haarp and the weather manipulation. And I'm about to get into so much more. This is just the beginning, so stay tuned.